Hey everyone, my name is Paul Schneider, and I was a jazz guitar performance major at Bucks County Community College from 2007 to 2009, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And my time there was incredible and invaluable, and so much so that it still surprises me today how much I use what I learned there now, 10 years later or whatever. And the structure there, and I will say the environment, it feels very safe, but at the same time you can get pushed just the right amount to progress, but not be scared to make mistakes and all that stuff, which is such a crucial part to learning and being a musician. And after my time there, I ended up transferring to Berklee College of Music, which is my dream school. I knew that I wanted to go there before I even started at Bucks. Bucks was that place where I could just hone in on my chops, sight reading, ear training, all that stuff that I maybe wasn't so comfortable with, and just really nail it down and get ready to go off into a big scary world. But it really wasn't that scary once I got there. And actually, I was able to transfer out of a lot of classes, especially first semester classes, once I got there. And even the more advanced classes that I transferred into, I still felt very comfortable with my knowledge and didn't feel like I was in deep water or anything. In fact, I felt more comfortable than a lot of people around me. So yeah, and during my time there, I got to do some incredible stuff. I learned with and study with some of my favorite guitar players, like Joe Stump, who's one of the best neoclassical players, and Dave Huzinski, who's one of the best jazz fusion players in the world. I was like, dude, I've watched you with Hiromi on DVD, and now you're teaching me, and I'm sitting 3 feet from you, which is crazy. So yeah, my time there was great, and since then and during that time, I've gotten to do a lot of stuff. I think if you haven't experienced this already, you'll definitely learn that if you're trying to make it as a professional musician, you're going to have to wear a lot of hats. So I've done everything from, I've done some engineering, some audio engineering, hip-hop stuff, ironically, even though I'm definitely a metalhead. And I've done some tour management, and that same gig turned into a little bit of studio work as a guitar player, and touring too. And so, some of my bands, bands that I started, I got to play with. This was actually while I was at Bucks. I got to play with my favorite band in the world, which is incredible, opening up for them. So yeah, what else? Oh, I had this whole phase where I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, and I recorded an EP as a singer-songwriter, a folk singer-songwriter. And I will say that this is so important and so integral to my time at Bucks, is that okay, this stuff is great. All the jazz harmony, all the vocabulary, ear training, sight reading, all that is so important and fundamental, but also what I got out of it, and what my teacher John Sheridan always said, was that basically the time there spending playing all this jazz stuff was learning how to learn and learning how to adapt and learn different genres of music and being comfortable. I mean, if you can play jazz or classical, you can play anything else, really. So the point that I'm trying to make is I learned how to learn and adapt easy. The one band I played in was a surf rock band. I never listened to surf rock ever in my life, but learning how to adapt at Bucks into a new style of music made it so much easier to just, okay, this is how these surf rock guitar players set the delay on their amp. This is the picking technique that they use that I can use to match, to sound authentic and all that stuff, so I could fit in with this surf rock band. And the same thing I played with an industrial rock band. And all that stuff is really important, these little nuanced things that you can pick up on. And I don't know if I just went straight to Berklee and just did all my metal stuff there, if I really don't believe that I would be as versatile of a player as I am now. And I owe that all to my time at Bucks.